I'ma buy a mansion for my mama when I finally make it. Take all my vacations to Bahamas, always celebrating. Ever since my birthday was the bomb, and now I'm detonating. No, you can't.
Hi friends, how you guys doing? How have you guys been? Welcome back to my channel. It is me, your girl, 𝒬𝒻𝓃𝓀. Okay, I'm stopped. Anyways, y'all, before we get into anything, I know these people look unfamiliar, and before y'all go off on me talking about we want Up in Hill, we want this LP, we want that LP, when you gonna do this, you haven't did this, see that, y'all, it takes a lot of prepping. And you know, sometimes I just want to move on to something, because I know if I just stay a whole day working on Up in Hill, which I actually have, I've spent like 3 days straight on Up in Hill at points, I know I'm gonna get bored, and then eventually I don't want to do it anymore, because it's gonna feel like more of a work, more of a job than me having fun with it. And secondly, I just want to try something new. So you know I don't really want to explain myself, really. Like, it's just like, I want to try something. I'm not getting rid of Up in Hill. I will never get rid of Up in Hill, because Up in Hill, I did so much work on Up in Hill. I have generations of Sims on Up in Hill, so I will never get rid of it. This is literally still the Up in Hill save file. This is literally just another part of the Hill family. You know, this is just another Hill that you guys haven't been introduced to that I made. And yeah, so let's get into that actually. So this new LP is called Cohabitation. Yes, so I called it Cohabitation because you know, I was in school, I have a health class, and like in health we were in sex ed, and in sex ed they were talking about cohabitation and the negative effects of it. And you know, I thought it would be really interesting to like make a storyline and walk through a story of the two young people like rushing to move out of their home, of their family home, and deciding to move in together, and they're a young couple. You know, I just kind of want to go through that journey, and that's why I had this whole like LP in mind. But we're gonna see how it ends up, whether I stick to it or not. We're gonna see. Anyways, I know y'all see them looking good. He looking at her like, you all mine, and she like, you mine. Cute. But let's get into it. So to start off, we have our two main characters, which are Sayora Eris Hill, and we have Iman Zion James. Ooh, girl. Here he is right here. So you know, these two are 19. They just moved into this apartment. They do not have a lot of money, because they both grew up in like, they both were in well, I wouldn't say terrible, they both were in bad situations at home and didn't want to stay there, so they saved up together. And you know, her mom helped her out a little bit for them to move out, so you know, they were able to get them a small apartment, you know. And throughout the series, we're gonna see them working towards like furnishing this apartment. So both of them are currently university students. She is a he's a physics major and she is a biology major, because she has a dream of being a doctor and he has a dream of being a scientist. But let's get into them and their personalities. So as I said, this is Sayora. So no, that's not what I wanted to get into. So the way I would describe Sayora, I would describe Sayora as a pretty like calm person who has a couple of issues, and you know, education is very important to her. That's how I would, you know, describe her. But real quick, I'm gonna like read off y'all traits to her. So she's a bookworm. Y'all know what a bookworm is. These Sims gain powerful moodlets from analyzing books and can discuss book in unique ways. She has trust issues. This Sim has a hard time trusting others because of the horrific betrayal in their past. They build relationships slower, hardly become flirty, and tend to have negative emotion. Oh, why is like air is going through my nose so quick? Sorry. They are affronted by most attempts at kindness, mistaking them for attempts at deceiving them. And if you manage to earn their trust and only to betray them, God help you. She is scorned. As a scorned sim, you tend to do a lot of things without limit in your mind. No one cares about your heart or feelings in the past. So why should you care about anyone else's? Other sims always want to say you're damaged, but that's far from the truth. To say that you're damaged would insinuate that the sim you were before is still here. With all the shit you've been through in life so far, that sim died a long time ago. You tend to not care about other sims or what they're going through too much. It's really hard for you to trust other sims because you've been betrayed too many times, and love don't live here no more. So I know a little bit of this is conflicting a little bit, but you know, I felt like this was the closest trait, and I'm gonna get into later why she has these traits. You know, these two are classified as negative traits. You know, I'm trying this new implementation of like giving my sims a negative trait to balance out their equally positive traits, because when I make a sim, I always give them like, oh, they're a goofball, they're funny, they're this, they're family oriented, but they never have like a, you know, negative, like a quote unquote negative trait like jealousy maybe. But neutral to being pregnant, do not worry about this. She will not be pregnant anytime soon. She is literally 19. She just started university. She's literally in student debt right now that she's trying to pay off. Her house is hardly furnished. We're not worried about kids right now. We're not gonna have kids until we gotta graduate and at least work. We gotta graduate university and at least get to our respected fields, and then we'll think about having a family. But till then, the only kids we'll be having is puppy babies and stuff like that. Next, we have a quick learner. You guys know what a quick learner is. Hold on, I need to take a drink break. It feels like so much air is rushing to my mouth and nose, and when I talk, it's like hurting. Okay, she's clear-headed. I don't really like the like description they have, but I'm gonna try to like take the piece. Okay, so the emotions never mind. So she's clear-headed. Basically, you know, she just has her mind is just a straight and narrow. It's either like, for example, it's either this or that. She's not like, oh, you know, thinking too much about anything. She's a relaxed sim. These sims are calm and do not worry about what others think. They are less likely to be sad, embarrassed, or bored. They're fun, need decay slower. They also become focused when their needs are high. She has the meningitis immunity. She just got her shots. And to get a little bit into her personality, she likes men, okay? She likes wellness, gardening, rocket science. She dislikes robotics and bugs. She likes blue, brown, green, and white. She enjoys hip-hop, easy listening, summer strump, backyard music. She does not like tween pop. And she's interested in nature and science. Okay, so let's get a little bit more about her traits. I felt like both of them are like really nerdy. Like, so both of them, like with the background that they have, they used books as a like, you know, coping mechanism. Like they use books as something to relax them, something to rest their mind, something to, you know, uplift them in times where they weren't so happy. So now we're gonna get into 𝒪𝓐𝑒, and then later we're gonna get into 𝒪𝓐𝑒 personality. So 𝒪𝓐𝑒, he is very techie, you know, he's really smart. He's into, you know, all these interesting things. He's just an interesting character. And yeah, so he's a technophile. Techno fans are fans of all things techno. Funnily enough, they're hyped for all things tech and never happier when they're typing away on PCs or typing away on a phone. Again, the negative like traits that play into their background. So slow to warm up. These sims build relationships slower, but they would get playful once they are friends with other sims and get energized around close friends. He's a bookworm. He has allergies. This is just like his sicknesses. He's a sage. The sage sims seek wisdom, focus on finding the truth in every situation. However, their knowledge-seeking nature might cause them to think too much and not act enough. And he's brisk. Y'all can read that and kind of like figure out what it means. I don't know, like I know what it means, but it's like I cannot explain what it means. But you know, he's just brisk. I don't know. Okay, so genius. These Sims tend to be focused, can share ideas with other Sims, may become upset if they haven't improved their mental skill for a while. So yeah. And then y'all know this. They ain't having kids anytime soon, and he's a quick learner. He is into hip-hop music, backyard music, jazz. He don't like strange tune or romance music. He's into wellness, programming, rocket science, and fitness. He doesn't like skiing or snowboarding. He's into black and white. He has an interest in tinkering and science. So that's them. But now let's get into their family. Since we're already on 𝒪𝓐, we're going to start 𝒪𝓐 because 𝒪𝓐, you know, his family is not that perplexed. Wait. I think I mixed up complex and perplex. Ignore that. Okay, so. What the hell? Okay, so something happened earlier, so my game is a little confuzzled, but hold on, I need to fix something real quick. Alright, you guys, so real quick, I want you guys, before we get into anything, ignore 1, 2, and 3. Ignore these 3. They are not a part of 𝒪𝓐's family. I made a mistake when I was making the sim, so please ignore them and pretend they're not here. So, this is 𝒪𝓐, and right here, 𝒪𝓐 has 2 siblings, Charlie and Carter. Carter has a daughter, his niece. Yeah, but you know. So the relationship with okay, so 𝒪𝓐 was raised by Imani, his mother, and his grandmother Juanita. So he was raised by these 2. Okay, so his father, Donovan, he was kind of like a in and out. It was like they carry his last name, but he really never was there. Like, you know, he was the type, like, he was kind of deadbeat. Honestly, he was a deadbeat. Like, he would pop up and then he would like spend the day with them and then he would disappear again. He just had a lot of disappearing acts. You know, he wasn't a part of the kid's life, really. And that's just the issue. So Imani and him, they're not together, but like, you know, he was raised by his mother, and his mother is very toxic too. That's one reason why he had to leave, because his mother, the way she acts, she's like hurt by Donovan, and she just kind of like treats the kids kind of like they're Donovan. Like, she'd be like, like when she gets mad at like her son, she'll be like, oh, you a mother effer like your father, you know. Like, she just had very too much toxic traits. And so, you know, he doesn't have a great relationship with his mother, but he loves his grandma Juanita. You know, Juanita was kind of like the balance for him. And then, you know, so the way it goes is, so Carter's the oldest, so Carter's his older brother, and Charlie's his younger sister. So, you know, it was the 2 boys, and then there was the girl. And then, yeah, so Imani, you know, very toxic. She's even toxic towards Sayora. So y'all know this woman. This woman's wild. Y'all will see that later on within the series. So that's his family. His family is not, you know, as complex as hers. But let's get into Sayora's family. Oh, also, so as you guys remember, if you guys remember, he has the slow to warm up trait. So the reason he has this, so the reason he's like very slow to warm up is because, like, so if we go back, as I said, his dad was kind of in and out. So, like, you know, every time he would open up his like heart for his dad to like accept him again, his dad would basically just do the disappearing act, and it was over. It was constant. So, you know, he kind of developed this, you know what, I'm not gonna get attached to people, you know, it's gonna be a slow process, I'm not rushing to, you know, get to know you. So that's why he has that trait. Now let's get into Sayora. Sayora and him, I would say their relationship is a little bit toxic for one reason. There's a little trauma bonding going on in this relationship, but like, it's not like toxic as in like, oh, you know, he does this and she does that type. Not really. But let's get into her. So as you guys can see, her family's a little way more complex than, you know, his was. So 𝒀𝓬 is right here. 𝒀𝓬 is the child of 𝒪𝓅𝓒 and Olivia Kim. Y'all see this little disconnect here? Let's get into that. So first of all, alright, so her grandfather's Eric Lewis and Alice, y'all know them. And then there's Dennis Kim and there's Vivian Lewis. Y'all know that whole thing. So basically, 𝒪𝓅𝓒 is married to 𝒪𝓃𝓃, right? So at this time, he has his daughter right here, Audrey Hill. So you know they're a beautiful family. They have 3. They have 1 daughter, you know. Yeah. The daughter's around 2 when the daughter's around 2 years old or so. 𝒪𝓅𝓒 decides he's going to cheat on his wife, and you know, he goes hang out and he meets up with his whole old high school girlfriend who was Olivia Kim Lewis. And you know, like bada bang bada boom, they end up with 𝒀𝓬. So basically 𝒀𝓬 is an illegitimate child. So basically her relationship with her dad is terrible, and here's why. So when 𝒪𝓅𝓒 cheated on 𝒪𝓃𝓃 was her oldest, and so she kind of like prevented him from seeing his daughter, but he also chose to not see his daughter at the same time, you know? It's like nobody can make you not see your child, really, like truthfully. So he kind of chose not to be in 𝒀𝓬's life, and so he would like cut, like he was like, and I quote, like he basically was like, oh, I send my checks or whatever. But it's just messy. So you know, she's really heartbroken because he betrayed her a lot, and there was a lot of times where he would come in her life and be like, I'm sorry, and I'm gonna be better, I'm gonna do this, okay, I'm gonna pick you, pack your stuff, I'm gonna pick you up at 6 o'clock on Sunday. 6 o'clock Sunday, he doesn't come. It's 10 o'clock on Sunday, he hasn't called yet or said anything, you know, that issue. And so it was just and then, you know, the outside baby situation, but then in the end, I guess it wasn't that serious because 𝒪𝓃 and him had 2 other kids. These 2 are twins, Chance and Choice. Okay, but 𝒀𝓬 has a better relationship with 𝒪𝓃 and 𝒪𝓃. She doesn't have a good relationship with her mother because her mom kind of like blamed her, like her mother blamed her at times. It was just bad. But like she has a good relationship, but 𝒀𝓬 has a good relationship with Chance and Choice. She does not have a good relationship with Audrey because Audrey was just a mess. But I'm gonna stretch out this family a little wider for y'all so y'all can see. Okay, so boom, this is the whole family. I don't know why all these are empty, but you know what, let's ignore that because I think the Sims is broken right up. So I hope seeing the family tree kind of, you know, explain a little bit about the, you know, little issues within this family, you know, the little traits that they have. But as I did tell you guys, they are both in distinguished degrees, and he has a side job as a freelance programmer. Ooh, I did not know he got a $5,000 gig. But anyways, I'm gonna show you guys their house. It's not gonna be tab mode because tab mode is hard in apartments, but basically we're gonna just do it like this. So basically, when you come in, you're introduced to a kitchen, a nice little kitchen, you know, cute, nice, whatever, you know, just a cute little kitchen. And then over here is a bathroom. You know, this bathroom is empty, no decoration, no rugs, no nothing, because they're broke. They're broke. They don't have money to do all this. The living room is empty, and this is their living room right here, empty with nothing because y'all, we needed a desk because obviously we're college students. So, you know, they have a desk and a book and their calendar, but, you know, they don't have money. And y'all may be like, oh, they have 2,000 right there. They're both in debt. Because, okay, so I got a mod where college is more expensive because I wanted a little bit more realism. So ultimately, his tuition was around 5,000 and hers was around 4,000. So that's $9,000 in debt. And yes, like when we get this, we could pay a lot of it off. But after that, still, we're gonna have to get insurance, health insurance, you know, all this stuff that you have to do when you're growing up. So, you know, like right now, like having a TV and a couch is not the most important. You know, they have a functioning bathroom and, you know, they have a bed to sleep at. But, you know, yeah, this is where they sleep. So they basically live in this little lofted, cute city apartment. And, you know, it was the best they could find. I do not plan on them living here forever, but, you know, they're gonna live here for the meantime. But y'all, wait, no, I'm not gonna, hold on. Is there something else I wanted to show y'all? I mean, I could introduce y'all to their friends. I mean, I don't really care to, their friends are not that important right now. But, Imad friend, Adriana, I don't know what her last name is, freaking James. Wait, of course her last name is James, his last name is James. Oh my god, I keep it. Y'all can tell I'm not doing good right now. Yeah, but yeah, as you guys could see a little more on the, hold on, how do you get family? Whatever, but as you guys can see, you know, he also has a bad relationship with her family because, you know, they hurt his girl and he not with that. But, you know, amazing relationship with his sister and his, you know. So his friends are Leon, Brandt, Jax, and Jules. Those are his best friends, and he's best friends with his brother. His brother's his other best friend. You know, you can't go wrong with your family being your best friend, really. She's a little more adventurous with her friends. Her friends are Yadira. Yadira's her cousin, so yeah, they're cool. They're friends. This is her friend Selena Hull, her friend Bobby, and we have Alabama, Bess, and Parker right here. Hold on, is that their whole girl group? I think I clicked the wrong one. I'm definitely clicking on something wrong. Yeah, but this is their little club, you know, this is her little gang. She will definitely be getting more friends as the near future, but y'all, we're not worried about that right now because this is just the oh my god, this is just the introductory, you know, little segment. But y'all, don't worry about that because we will be back with another episode another day. Thank you guys for watching. Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, and do all that nice YouTube stuff, and I'll be back with another episode of this or the hills. We don't know, but we will find out. Anyways, you guys, thank you for watching. Please, I already said that. Bye y'all. Bye guys. Be safe. Remember to be safe and don't forget to eat. I don't know. Well, love you guys. Have a nice day. Bye.
Yeah, I'm always on go. Better watch your go. Don't forget to let you know I be ballin'. I would drop it out, buy a house in New Orleans.